sport, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Florist? Yeah, it's Collinsville. And you're so glad to say that I'm a Kahok. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long, I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1, 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the chief and crew. Ain't no gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right. Now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm the back cause everybody rolling with me, Kahoks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, all the fresh boys,
High school champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good evening, everyone, and welcome to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. I am Todd Duke, and we welcome you into the Cullip Jennings Florist pregame show as we get you set for a little boys basketball action between Collinsville and Edwardsville. Our pregame show is brought to you by Cullip Jennings Florist, a staple in the Collinsville area, has been for generations. Cullip Jennings Florist is located at 517 West Clay Street. You can stop in for weekly specials or give them a call to find out what's going on at Cullip Jennings Florist. 344-0404 is their number, or online at cullipjennings.com. Well, the Kahoks come into this contest with only 4 games remaining between now and the end of the regular season, which is 1 week from this Friday. And right now, Collinsville 25-2 on the year. They are 7-1 in conference play as they host Edwardsville tonight. Tigers come in at 20-7 overall, and they are 4-4 in the Southwestern Conference under their second-year head coach Dustin Battis, and he has a 29-27 record after that 9-20 season that they had last year. Of course, Collinsville, coached by Darren Lee, he's in his 11th year and brings with him a 192 and 138 record as the coach of Collinsville High School. But he's been to other places as well, Vienna and Nashville, and in his 31st year, Coach Lee has 657 wins and 301 losses. We'll have more about the names and the numbers involved in this contest just a little bit later on, but first we'll take our first time out here on the Cullip Jennings Florist pregame show. And when we come back, my conversation with Collinsville senior forward, the big 6'6" man, Kadrian Jones. My conversation with KJ comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cullip Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Cullip Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Collip Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion, from anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings. Collip Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Call up Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at callupjennings.com.
And we welcome you back into the Call Up Jennings Florist pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. We're back at home tonight. Season's winding down. 4 games left, including tonight's Southwestern Conference tilt against the Edwardsville Tigers. And joining us now is Collinsville senior, 6'6" senior at that. I got to lift my arm all the way up just to get the answer on the interview, is Kadrian Jones. All right, KJ, some quick hit stuffs right now, right off the bat, man. Frosted Flakes or Lucky Charms?
Frosted Flakes.
Reese's Pieces or Peanut M&Ms?
Reese's Pieces.
Coke or Pepsi?
Pepsi.
Camping or a hotel?
Hotel.
Summer or winter?
Summer for sure.
Pop-Tarts or donuts?
Hot Tarts.
All right. Favorite subject in school and why?
I like social studies. I just like learning about, it's a lot of cool stuff that you don't know about, just basically for real, stuff like that. So, well, I like social studies because you can find, it's a lot of stuff that you don't know about that you can learn about if you learn it. Like basically if your teacher's teaching to you and stuff like that.
All right. Worst subject and why?
Math. I have a hard time with math. There's a lot of numbers and a lot of steps to do it. So I have a hard time staying focused with those steps.
And you are, I think, of the minority here because almost every athlete that I've interviewed doing this job, when I ask them what their favorite subject is, they say math. So you have a lot of friends that like math. Can you get some help?
Well, I'm sure I could, but it's just math. Me and math do not get along for some reason. It's just like I try to practice for it. It's like there's no way to practice or study for it because it's just like it's so many steps to so many numbers that you gotta know. So I don't mess with it at all.
I am in total agreement with you there, sir. All right. Favorite sport to watch on TV, and it can't be basketball.
Football, of course.
Why?
I mean, I just enjoy the contact, and they just make a lot of special plays. It's just a lot of stuff different from basketball. A lot of physical contact. That's what I like about it. A lot of physical contact.
All right, so I might know the answer to this question because it's kind of a follow-up. If you could be as good at any sport as you are at basketball, what would it be and why?
Football. I think it's football because I always been tall, so I always wanted to be like a wide receiver or something like that. But my weight just held me back from it. So if I could do it all over again, I'd try my hardest to be the best wide receiver that I could be for football.
All right, what part of your basketball game would you say is your strong point?
Basically, I think my strong point is just playing defense and rebounding, being able to go up and go get the ball and box out and stuff like that. And yeah, that's pretty much defense for sure.
All right, if you had one part of your game that you say you need to work on, what would it be and why?
Just ball handling, more basketball IQ, handling the ball better and just shooting. Just being able to do multiple stuff, basically.
All right, let's go off the court. We'll go back on the court here in a minute. Tell us a little bit about your family life.
I have a brother and 2 sisters. I'm the oldest of my mom 4. It's pretty much just me, my mom, and my auntie and grandmother. That's who I'm close with. That's who I see every day. So I don't really too much talk to other family members besides my mom and my auntie and my grandmother that much.
Tell us a little bit about your athletic ability and where that came from.
I think it came from whenever I started losing weight. I think that's when my freshman year and sophomore, I don't think I was that athletic or anything because, I had a lot of weight holding me back and stuff like that. So I think towards my junior and senior year, I started getting more athletic and being able to do more because I was just so freely without, so much weight on me and everything.
All right, let's talk about your numbers, man. I've been adding things up as I go along because your buddy Rayshawn Taylor has forced me to do that with everything that he's doing. You are approaching 900 points in your Kahok career, and you already surpassed in your last game you did 600 rebounds. Tell me what those numbers mean to you.
Those numbers really doesn't mean anything to me. I'm just looking forward to just going out there, playing basketball, winning the games, changing history and stuff like that. So whenever I hear stuff like that about the numbers, I just, it doesn't really, I get shocked and surprised about it, but it doesn't really faze me because I'm just worried about, getting the win and focus on what we're trying to complete as a team.
Did you know that you hold the school record for most games played in a career, and you're adding on to it every time you play? You have a 1-game lead on Rayshawn, so that means you can't miss anything or else you're going to give up that title. Did you know that? What do you think about playing the most games ever as a Kahok?
I think it's pretty cool and stuff like that. Me and him was having an argument about that last week. Actually, we was talking about all the games that we had and that we had missed and stuff like that. I think it's pretty awesome that that I can say that I played more of the games than him, since he got this big score and 1,000 points and all that stuff. So it's kind of cool to be holding a record in something.
Rayshawn has a chance to make some history of his own here tonight. If he gets 22 points, he ties the record. 23, he breaks the record. How excited are you and the rest of your friends on this team to watch him do that?
I mean, I think it's just I just love going out there watching him play and stuff like that. He amazes me every game, literally. He just does something that I don't think that you could do on the court. He's just a great player. He's a good leader and stuff like that, and he deserves everything that comes with it.
You guys got a Southwestern Conference title in your sights. How excited are you, or how much does that push you to get that title? That would be the third trophy this year, but it's not the most important one. But tell me how much it means to you.
I mean, it obviously means a lot, stuff like that. I haven't had an experience like that without, my 4 years of high school and stuff like that. So to get this, it'll really mean a lot. But I think we try to push forward to, just get things done. That's more important to me. Just making sure we take the game. I'm sorry. I'm kind of nervous a little bit. Take the games kind of slow, game by game. Just worry about that game. I'm not too focused on games past this one tonight. I take it game by game.
All right, you have Edwardsville tonight. This obviously is the biggest rivalry in Collinsville, the school district, in any sport. And you guys have already beaten them once this year. So tell me, how do you want tonight's game to go?
Hopefully the same way. Just stay disciplined, run the right plays that Coach Lee give us, and play as a team and be patient.
Keidrian Jones, thank you, young man.
Thank you.
Keidrian Jones, your Collinsville Kahok senior, one of the seniors here on this year's team. We'll take a break here on the Collinsville Jennings Florist pregame show. When we come back, we'll set the starting lineups on both sides. More names and more numbers. All that and more coming up on the Kahok Sports Network.
Call Up Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Call Up Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Call Up Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Call Up Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Call Up Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at callupjennings.com.
Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, the newest in online auctioning. Go to ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's HIBid.com to check out what's up for bid in the next auction. Ogle Auctions deals with everyday items like board games, t-shirts, and more, to collectibles, whether that is a vehicle, vinyl records, or vintage toys. Or how about a trolley car? And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more items. Check out their next online auction at ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's ogleauctionshibid.com. Or call Kim Ogle today at 618-980-4530. Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they do catering, wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses and delicious sides. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road, or check out the lunch buffet at the Columbus Plaza location on 157 in Collinsville. Call Cafe Agape at 345-CAFE, 345-2233. Yes, they still cater. Cafe Agape, that's some good eats.
Call Up Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Call Up Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Call Up Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Call Up Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Call Up Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at callupjennings.com.
And once again, we welcome you back into the Collinsville Jennings Florist pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network as we're getting you ready for this Southwestern Conference battle between Collinsville and Edwardsville. I am Todd Duke. Glad you're back with us. We'll have Jens Geladini on the camera with us tonight, and Dave Wilhelm will join us here in just a moment. Let's get you set for some more stuff. Chance to see some history here tonight. Rayshawn Taylor starts tonight 22 points away from tying and 23 points away from breaking the all-time Kahok scoring mark in boys basketball history, held by Tom Parker. His 2,041 points that he registered between 1965 and 1968. As Dave Wilhelm joins us now. And Dave, welcome for one. And number two, got a chance to maybe see some Kahok history here tonight.
Yeah, no kidding. Thanks for having me aboard here for tonight. It might be quite the ride. Tough defensive team, Edwardsville. I think Rashawn had 16 and gets them the first time, so his points might not come in furious fashion tonight, but we've been wrong before, and the guy can score in droves, so we'll see what happens. It was defensive trouble last time for him. Edwardsville plays good D.
That they do. They are only giving up 37.7 points per game, while Collinsville is giving up 44.8. It's on the offensive side, though, that Collinsville holds the advantage, as the Kahoks come in averaging 63.2 points per game, while the Edwardsville Tigers come in averaging 48.6 points per game. So it's almost a 15-point swing there on the offense and about a 12-point swing on the defense.
Yeah, and we got the interest with Rayshawn here, too, but we got to remember this is quite the rivalry, too.
Oh, yeah.
These two teams, you always like to say rivals don't like each other. I think it's a mutual respect for these two teams, but it's a rivalry game. It's a game Collinsville would like to win to build some momentum going into the postseason. Edwardsville with 20 wins obviously is thinking the same thing. Let's get some momentum going. So the game itself should be entertaining even without the Rayshawn Taylor sidebar.
Yeah. And Tigers, they're coming into tonight's game riding a 10-game winning streak that started in late January by sweeping through the Jerseyville Midwinter Tournament. That included Southwestern Conference wins in that 10-game streak over Belleville West, Alton, and East St. Louis. Even though they ended up losing that game to East St. Louis 54-47, East St. Louis admitted that they played a kid that was ineligible, so the Flyers ended up taking the forfeit, and it goes down in the books as an Edwardsville win 2-0.
Yeah, and last year, Todd, you saw Edwardsville play, and you think, oh boy, they might be making progress, but it's baby steps. But I tell you, Dustin Battis is a heck of a coach. Everybody's familiar with Scott Battis and what he did with the Muscuda football program, and of course, coaching at Edwardsville at one point, assistant coach. But the Battis family knows how to coach, and boy, Dustin's done a great job with this team. Really turn it around.
Well, of course, the Kahoks went off on that 22-0 start to the year before suffering 2 losses in their last 5 games, but they're coming off a nice 69-46 win at Alton on Friday night, and they really looked like their old selves in the second half.
Yeah, and people were saying back when they were undefeated, hey, a loss might do them good. Of course, until you get that loss, you don't like to think that way. But then when you get it, and you get a few more wins, then you look back up to what happened. You say, it's not the worst thing in the world that they absorbed a couple of losses. It may give them some hunger in the end, and that's when you need to have the hunger, is down the stretch towards the end in the playoffs.
Tigers are coming off of a 73-39 win at home over Muscuda Friday. Only one other game produced more points than that 73 for the Tigers this year. That was an 85-25 win versus Cleveland in the first game of the 2020 year after the Tigers took 11th place in the Prairie Farms Holiday Classic. So to see them score 73 points in a game when they're averaging 48, that's pretty good. That's pretty big.
Yeah, and Todd, you can imagine this. That's not a game you ever like to cover, whether it be calling it or writing about it.
Let's see. These two teams did meet on December 13th. The Kahoks won that game 47-29. They held the Tigers to single-digit points in the first 3 quarters, only 3 points in the second quarter, and in the third lowest total points allowed on the year by Collinsville, by the way. They held Heron to 23 in the third game of the year at the Carterville Pyramid Plus tournament. Then they held Altoff to 27. That was the first game after Collinsville's championship of the Prairie Farms Holiday Classic. Oh, Collinsville's got some pretty good defense when they won as well.
Oh, Collinsville likes to dig in. There's no doubt about that. They like to play defense. We've talked in previous broadcasts, Todd, about how Collinsville likes to play defense, and they do. And, of course, Edwardsville is more of they play good defense, but they also very patient on offense, too. So they want to limit your possessions, and that helps keep their opponents' point totals down.
All right, final break coming up here on the Collinsville Jennings Florist pregame show. When we come back, the starting rosters will head your way, and that's next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Collinsville Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Collinsville Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Collinsville Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Collinsville Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Collinsville Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at callofjennings.com.
First National Bank of Waterloo, celebrating over 100 years of banking in the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo's O'Fallon branch office for your mortgage and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, come see Bill Metzger at First National Bank of Waterloo in O'Fallon. Call Bill at 618-632-1010. Visit him at 104 Regency Park in O'Fallon or online at fnbwaterloo.com. That's my bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and of course, the Collinsville Kahawks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a Kahawks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes at Bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org. And once again, welcome back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here at Collinsville High School, getting you ready for some boys basketball between Collinsville and Edwardsville. But while we were on break, the crowd got to recognize Kahawk senior Faith Liljegren, as Faith was recognized for her career marks. She's now in the Collinsville Kahawk history books as far as steals and assists are concerned. And the steal department, she has 345. In the assist department, she has 303. And she has been named the Kahawk, one of the Kahawk Athletes of the Month for the month of February. So congratulations to Faith Liljegren, a class act here at Collinsville High School. Here are your starting lineups for tonight. First for the Edwardsville Tigers, Ethan Young, the 5'11 senior on the floor, along with Nick Hemken, the 6'2 senior, Brennan Weller, the 6'4 junior, Jaleel Roundtree, a 5'10 junior, and Jack Nafziger, a 6'4 senior. For Collinsville, the original starting five have been the same pretty much all year. Kawan Smith, 5'9 senior, Rayshawn Taylor, the 6'1 senior, Nate Hall, the 6'7 junior, Laurent Geladini, the 6'3 senior, and Kedrian Jones, the 6'6 senior. Told you these two teams met back on December 13th, as my esteemed colleague over here, Dave Wilhelm, pointed out. Rayshawn did score 16 points in that game. David Granger also had 16 points in that game, and wouldn't you know it, they both had 7 rebounds as well. Edwardsville's Brennan Weller, the only Tiger to get into double digits with 10. The Kahawks had a 14 for 19 from the free throw line did the Kahawks. Well, the Tigers struggled from there. They went 4 for 11 as the Kahawks out-rebounded Edwardsville in that game 29-14. So a battle of the boards and hit your free throws, and that was the key to success that night versus Edwardsville.
Makes it look easy if you do the things right.
That is true. We are just about ready to go here. JV team lost. It was a hard-fought battle, but the junior version of the Collinsville Kahawks lost 62-54. I think I got an update from, nope. Was hoping for an update from Dr. McCluskey on the CMS game. They're in the semifinals of the junior high or middle school championship game, if you will, but we'll get that here in just a moment. We're underway. Collinsville gets the ball first, and here is Hall underneath the basket to Geladini. One bounce off the glass, and he can't get it to go in. And the rebound belongs to Edwardsville, and we are underway here in the first. Here is Roundtree over on the wing. He'll hand the ball off to Nafziger, and Nafziger works it into Hemken. Hemken just offset to the left of the free throw line, dribbles once, and then gives the ball up to Weller. Weller almost lost the dribble on that one, and all the way back at the mid-court stripe. Edwardsville, of course, in the orange, bright orange. Doesn't match my scoreboard because I can't find that bright of an orange on my scoreboard. Here's Hempkin out to Roundtree. Over around the horn it goes to Young. And then in front of the Kahok bench, a one-arm pass to Nafziger. Out to Young. Give to Weller. He slices through the lane, takes it off the glass. And Edwardsville scores the first bucket of this game.
He's a handful. The Kahawks have Gelladini on him to start. And then another big matchup is Ethan Young's guarding Rayshawn Taylor. So we'll see how these two matchups work out.
Around the horn we go for Collinsville now. Gelladini back in front of the Edwardsville bench. And that one is going to be a foul as Nick Hempkin pushed one of the Kahawk players from behind just as that ball was going out of bounds. Would have been a turnover. Rayshawn will trigger the inbound pass underneath of his own basket. We're just 1 minute and 12 seconds into this game. Collinsville trailing 2-0. Rayshawn gets the ball back from Gelladini. Into the paint. Rayshawn good for two.
A tough basket there. Had a couple of hands in his face and body on him.
2-2 game early on. Just some mild backcourt pressure being put on by Collinsville. Rayshawn now the only one back there as he shadows Ethan Young all the way up. Young out deep at the top of the key. Bounces the pass into Hempkin. Hempkin finds Nafziger, and Nafziger around the way to Weller. Weller now back in front of the Kahawk bench to Roundtree. He spins around Kawan Smith and then gives to Hempkin. Hempkin gets double teamed. Ball knocked out of his hands, but Hempkin stays with it. And then they bring it back out around the perimeter. Do the Edwardsville Tigers. Here is Weller. He splits the defense, comes in. A shot that didn't go in, and the ball off of our pregame interviewee, Kedrian Jones, and out of bounds. Edwardsville will get to keep it. Inbound pass coming in from underneath of the Edwardsville basket from Ethan Young. Young gets it into Weller. Three-point shot from the corner. That one falls a little bit short, and the rebound belongs to Collinsville. Here is Taylor. Brings it up to the top of the key, gives to Hall, who gives it up to Kawan Smith. Over onto the wing for Gelladini. Now a travel by Rayshawn Taylor becomes the first turnover in the game.
Yeah, he shuffled his feet there. That was a pretty easy call for the officials.
5:47 left to play here in this first quarter. 2-2 early on. Inbound pass comes from Young right in front of his head coach, Dustin Battis. Now they give the ball up to Roundtree, and Roundtree trying to get around Kawan Smith. Smith holds his own, and that turns into a turnover, so now each team has given the ball away once.
Well, we talked about the Collinsville defensive effort before the game, and they're certainly into it so far.
There is Smith now bringing it across the Kahawk logo here at center court. 5.5 to go in this first quarter. Here it is into Hall, turn around, little fade away from 3 feet out, and Nate Hall on the board. Collinsville has their first lead.
Nice open look for Hall, and he took advantage of it.
Now we're going to have a foul called against Kawan Smith, and that wasn't much contact, but the referee was right there.
Yeah.
So Smith picks up his first. Each team has one foul. Each team has one turnover. Inbound pass will come in from Young again into the backcourt for Roundtree. Roundtree gets around Smith over on the left wing and tries to bounce the ball in there, but Smith got a leg on it and kicks it out of bounds, and Edwardsville will reset their offense once again. This time the inbound pass coming in from the 6'4 senior, Jack Nafziger, gets it into Hempkin. Hempkin picks up his dribble on the left wing, or right wing, excuse me, a little early, and then gives to Weller. Weller into the perimeter, pulls up, takes the shot, rolls around, and falls in.
Tough shot. Zelladini was with him the whole way, and he sank that shot along the baseline.
4-4 game. Here's Kawan Smith. Smith brings it up to Hall, into the corner now for Gelladini. Gelladini looks and finds Nate Hall just outside the lane. Hey, Nate Hall gives it up to Kawan Smith. Smith's shot goes a little bit over, but the rebound belongs to Collinsville. And at the free throw line, Nate Hall with another one. That one almost went in, but just a little bit off to the left. Now KJ with the rebound, but he can't get the good shot up. And then the loose ball belongs to Edwardsville, and here come the Tigers. And Ethan Young has that knocked out of his hands. Kawan Smith is then fouled by Jaleel Roundtree, and Roundtree will pick up his first.
Kawan Smith can instigate some trouble for any team trying to get into his offense. He's got quick hands, quick feet, and he slapped that ball away and recovered and got fouled. That was a nice play defensively.
Nate Hall brings the ball in to Kawan Smith. And over on the side, it's Nate Hall right in front of the Edwardsville bench. Plus the three, bounce pass into Jones. Jones trying to get around a couple and a little bit too hard there into Hempkin. And now Jones will pick up a foul. He has his first, each team with 2. .4:12 left to play here in this first quarter. 4-4 game between the Kahawks and the Tigers of Edwardsville High School. And here is Caleb Valentine, who just checked into the game for the Tigers. And now we're going to have a foul called against Ray Sean. He got a little too close. Almost pushed Valentine back across the timeline. So now it's Smith, Taylor, and Jones with fouls. That equals the 3 on the board for Collinsville. As the inbound pass comes in from Hemken to Young, and Young gets it right back right in front of the scorer's table. Halfway through quarter number 1, 4-4 game. There is Hemken with the ball at the free throw line. Puts it on the wing. Knapsiger for 3, and he hits it.
Big time shot.
First 3-point game of the night belongs to the Tigers. Here comes Rayshawn Taylor. Gets it over to Kawan Smith. Now onto the left wing for Hall. Hall gives it back to Taylor. And Taylor drives and underneath the basket. Gelladini was there all by himself. Just had to wait out Brennan Weller. And once he did, that was an easy basket for Gelladini.
Yeah, another nice pass from Rayshawn Taylor.
Rayshawn not afraid to give it up and let somebody else score, that's for sure. Very unselfish.
Great passer.
Here is Hemken. Offset left of the free throw line once again. Almost had the ball stripped out of his hands by Nate Hall. Bounce pass goes into Weller. He has nowhere to go. Kicks it over into the corner. And Valentine dribbles his way out of there and gives it up to Weller. Weller just inside the paint, takes the shot, can't get it to go. And there is Jones with the rebound for Collinsville. Kahawks with a chance to regain that lead. They trail by 1. And then, oh, you got to be kidding me. Ethan Young got his arm into the face of Rayshawn Taylor, and they call Taylor for the foul.
Yeah, I'd like to see a replay on that one. That almost could have been flagrant. It seemed like on one side. It happened so fast, I wasn't sure who was the guilty party. They called it on Rayshawn, but I'm not so sure.
Well, they call it a charging call. What did Rayshawn charge his face into the guy's arm?
Yeah, found contact there.
So Taylor with a quick 2 fouls here in this first quarter. Third turnover for Collinsville. Roundtree will check back in. He'll take the place of Ethan Young. And the inbound pass comes in to Hemken. Now Roundtree moves the ball up. 2:45 left to play here in this opening quarter. Here is Roundtree breaking in from the right wing, picks up his dribble, and everybody wants a travel. None called there. Kahawk fans are already getting irate at the men in the black and white stripes. Here is a little hook shot by Knapsiger. That didn't fall in, and the rebound belongs to Collinsville. Kahawks out rebounding Edwardsville right now, 5-1. Here is Gelladini in the corner. He'll launch a 3. That one hits nothing except the hands of Knapsiger on the other side. First 3-point shot taken tonight for Collinsville is an air ball by Gelladini. We're down to 2:10 left to play here in this first quarter. 1-point lead for the Tigers. Here is Roundtree in front of the scorer's table. Roundtree dribbles with the right hand, moves up towards the right wing. Deep out at midcourt. Now with the left-hand dribble, moves back to the other side, reverses direction, and he held the ball for too long.
Yep. A lot of dribbling there.
Sure
Way
was.
too much. And boy, he's really right-handed, isn't he?
Yeah.
Gosh.
1:51 to go. First quarter action. Collinsville again with a chance to take that lead back. Here is Kawan Smith. Smith over to Gelladini. Gelladini gets it into Nate Hall. Nate Hall, the only junior on the floor for Collinsville. He turns around and has that stuffed right back in his face by Weller. And then Weller's double teamed, but gets out of it with a pass to Knapsiger. And then down they come. Here is Valentine on the left wing. Moves in. Moves back out. Picks up his dribble and then gives it up to Knapsiger. 1:20 left to play here in this first quarter. Knapsiger all the way back out to midcourt. Bounce pass to Hemken. And Hemken back over to Valentine. Valentine trying to get around Smith. Valentine's got some burst of speed,
He does. A lot of quickness there.
He's got Smith, who has that same burst of speed, so they'll be mirroring each other all night. Nice move there by Roundtree to shake off Taylor, and Roundtree comes in and gets the fingertip roll.
Talk about another guy with some jets. He's got some quick feet and quick hands, too. They got 3 guys out there right now that are really quick. Another guy on the bench is really quick.
9-6 in favor of Edwardsville. 45 seconds left to play here in this first quarter. Here is Taylor at the top of the key. Taylor being hassled by Valentine. Tries it over on the right side, gives it up to Nate Hall. Hall across the way and too tall for Gelladini. Collinsville throws the ball away for the 5th time, and that's going to prompt Coach Lee to bring in a sub as David Granger gets up. And he'll take the place of Nate Hall, who just threw that errant pass.
Edwardsville's defense is coming as advertised, Todd.
Yes, they are. 9-6. Edwardsville with the 3-point lead. 34.8, left here in this first quarter.
If you're not going to score a lot of points like Edwardsville situation, then you better play good defense, and they do that.
That they do. Sometimes defense will win you some games, too. Here is Hemken out at midcourt. 15 seconds left. First quarter action. Hemken tries to find some room baseline, but he travels. Tried to put on the brakes, but slid across the floor. And the turnover comes with 12.9 seconds left. Collinsville with a chance to get back to within one or maybe tie it up with a 3-point shot. Gavin Reams checks into the game for the first time for the Tigers. He's a thick 6'4" senior.
Looks like he might play some football.
Probably.
Yes, and he does with a body like he has.
Logan Carlisle is going to come in. He is the probably the best 3-point shooter off the bench for Collinsville. Logan Carlisle, the other senior here for Collinsville this year, besides the 4 that normally start. And here is Rayshawn Taylor, 5 seconds left. Taylor is getting tugged on by Young, no call. Now Taylor over to Carlisle at the buzzer, and that was an air ball as well. And that is the way that the first quarter comes to a close. 9-6 lead in favor of the Edwardsville Tigers, and we're back with the second quarter in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
And once again, welcome back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. I'm Todd Duke, alongside cameraman Jens Zelladini and the guy with the other microphone strapped around his face. That is Dave Wilhelm. Seems to get uncomfortable if you wear them for a long time, you know.
Getting kind of used to it, actually, Todd.
Yeah.
More than typing now. I mean, just talking about the game with you. This is a good situation.
All right, after one quarter of play, 3-point lead for Edwardsville, and the Tigers come back out with the ball. Here is Knapsinger over to Hemken on the wing. Now back out toward midcourt for Ethan Young. Young with that right-hand dribble. Works his way over onto the right wing. Top of the key once again for Hemken. He's being watched there by Jones. Now back to Knapsinger. Knapsinger at midcourt with that left-hand dribble. Works his way over to the left-hand wing. Now back to Hemken at the top of the key. Hemken back out to Young. Now over to Roundtree. Into the corner. And back out to Roundtree it comes. Tigers always did have a good handle on the ball movement. Here is Weller. He got double teamed into the corner. Knapsinger for 3. That's an air ball, but Hemken's right underneath the basket. And he'll get the bucket as well as the bruise.
Not too good at three-point shooting so far, but it worked out that time. It looked like just a long pass. Results in a layup and a three-point play opportunity for Edwardsville. With a 5-point lead here. A chance to double the Kahawks up here.
Hemken, a 59.5% free throw shooter on the year. And he'll miss that one, and the only one he'll have a chance at that go-round. Rebound belongs to Dave Granger, and the Kahawks bring it back up, trailing 11-6. Here is Kawan Smith. Smith, one-hand pass over to Logan Carlisle in front of the Tigers bench. Carlisle, one dribble, picks it up, gives to Taylor. Taylor over here to Granger. Granger back to Smith. And then back to Granger. He'll launch a 3, and right at the whistle, there was a shot that did not count. And it looks like Nick Hemken is going to pick up his second foul, and That'll be his team's third. So Hempkin will have a seat. Number 4 replaced by number 44. Gavin Reeves back into the game. 6:45 to play here in this second quarter. Collinsville trails by 5. They have the ball, though, do the Kahawks. And around the horn it goes to Logan Carlisle. Carlisle to Taylor. Taylor bluffs it and then backs his way into the perimeter and then dribbles his way back out underneath to KJ. Strong move. And Jones on the board for the first time tonight.
Another perfectly placed pass. You know, Ray Sean's going to go down in history as the all-time leading scorer at Collinsville, but I hope that doesn't overshadow his ability as a passer. I hope people remember him as being a real top assist guy too.
Well, we will, but what will happen in 20 years?
Yeah. What's the next generation going to think?
Loose ball picked up by Collinsville. Kahawks with a chance to get back into this lead a little bit more. Here is Smith, stops at the line. Logan Carlisle bluffs the 3, pulls it into the perimeter. That's partially blocked by Nafsinger, but there is Granger with the rebound. Can't get it to go back in, and now we're going to have a foul called, and this one is going to go against Roundtree.
Granger's got some nice length to grab those rebounds, but he's having trouble finishing around the basket.
Well, the Tigers have 4 fouls up there, and they are split evenly between 2 people. Nick Hempkin with 2 and Jaleel Roundtree with 2.
Unfortunately for the Kahawks, Weller isn't one of those ones with 2 because he's a guy who can score quite proficiently.
Inbound pass comes into Geladini. Top of the key, 3-point shot. That one's a little strong, hits the fat part of the iron and comes down right into the hands of Caleb Valentine. Valentine dribbles it all the way down himself, gives to Nafsinger. Nafsinger comes in from the right wing, pulls up, takes the shot, can't get it to go, and there's Nate Hall with the rebound. Kahawks bring it back up. Here is Kawan Smith. He'll take a shot from just outside, can't get it to fall in. Geladini gets the rebound, turnaround shot, falls in.
Nice work by Geladini there to finish that play. That was not an easy play.
Kahawks get this thing back to within 1. 5.5 minutes to go here in this second quarter. Almost lost that ball, did Ethan Young. He picks it up and travels with it.
Edwardsville with some unforced errors here, and Collinsville with a chance to take its
second lead?
Second lead, yeah. I believe second lead, yeah.
Yeah, they were up 4-2. Each team now with 5 turnovers. And here comes Kawan Smith across the line with 5:15 to play here in the second quarter. Over to Nate Hall and to the free throw line for Geladini. Hands the ball off to Taylor. Taylor dribbles, lane, shot blocked. Back the other way we go with Weller and a head of steam. He takes it in all the way. And Weller now with 6 points on the night.
He's impressive.
13-10, back to a 3-point lead here for Edwardsville. Here come the Kahawks across the line once again with Kawan Smith. Smith over onto the right wing, dumps it off to Hall. Hall back out to the top of the key for Geladini, who hands the ball off to Rayshawn Taylor, and Taylor gets bumped from behind, no call, gets the ball back, throws it outside to Hall for another 3-point try. That one misses as well.
Wow.
Collinsville can't hit the 3-point bucket here tonight. Rebound comes all the way into the backcourt, picked up by Taylor. And with 4:20 left to play here in this second quarter, Collinsville trying to nail that 3-pointer and can't do it. That one hits the top of the rim, or the top of the backboard, excuse me. And Collinsville right now 0 for 6 on the 3-point shot.
Yeah, with 3 air balls in there too, so wow.
Inbound pass will come in from Ethan Young underneath of the Kahawk basket. Gets it into Valentine. Valentine trying to work his way up court around Smith. He does. And Valentine, another burst of speed, takes it just outside the lane. Now picks up his dribble and gives it out to Young. Over to Nafsinger. Back over to Young. Over toward the left wing. Now to the right side for Nafsinger and into the corner for Valentine. Halfway through quarter number 2. Kahawks trail by 3. Here is Nafsinger. Oh, get that out of here, says Granger. Rebound. That belongs to Taylor. Taylor shoved from behind, and then the ball is going to be
technical on Coach Battis.
Tapped out of bounds, and yeah, just when that was happening, the referee running up the far sideline teed up the Edwardsville coach.
He definitely wanted a goaltending call down there. That's another one, Todd, I'd like to see on replay. We get so used to looking for stuff on replay, we can't do it here. But he obviously thought it was a goaltending call that didn't go against Granger.
You can think that all you want, but when you start jawing with the referee and you start using bad words, he'll tee you up.
Yeah, they don't like to be. No one likes to be talked that way, but yeah, in the heat of the moment sometimes, and somebody says something, you can get teed up.
Rayshawn at the free throw line. Shot number 1 is good. Rayshawn, a 72% free throw shooter on the year. One more coming here on the technical foul, and Rayshon hits both of them. So Collinsville back to within one again, and the Kahawks will get the ball back as well. As the inbound pass will come in from Nate Hall into the backcourt for Kawan Smith. Smith brings it up across the line as we have 3:45 to play here in this second quarter. To Geladini, hands the ball off to Taylor. Taylor with the head fake, drives baseline, stepped out of bounds. Taylor stepped out of bounds with that left foot just barely, but the referee was looking the whole way. 7th giveaway here for Collinsville tonight. 1-point game, Tigers with the lead, and here is Valentine. Valentine works it up across the timeline. Directs some traffic, does Valentine, and now makes his break, and that one's in.
Boy, he's terrific burst of speed. Rayshon,
yeah,
like
he's twisted his ankle.
His ankle there, his left ankle, I think.
Yeah, he looks all right, though. He just needed to walk it off. So Collinsville will have to inbound again. And the Kahawks once again find themselves down by 3, 15-12.
A little bit of a favoring that left ankle just a little bit, it looks like.
All right, Smith brings it up and gives it to Granger in front of the Edwardsville bench. Into the corner now for Smith. Smith dribbles out of the corner, and a carried ball by Kawan, and the 8th turnover here for Collinsville. I'm surprised by now that Coach Lee hasn't called a timeout.
Yeah, neither team is really in sync too well, especially offensively. Collinsville with 12 points.
Usually have that in the first half of a quarter.
Yeah, I've seen Rayshon score that in about a minute.
Yeah. Here's Knapsinger with the ball to Valentine. Valentine out front, almost lost his footing, gives it up for Reeves. And now to Weller. Weller, double team just outside the lane, has to bounce the ball in, and that one's touched by Valentine. Collinsville will get the ball back. Now, Caleb Ballinger is going to check into the game for the first time, and it looks like Coach Battis would like to call a timeout, so we'll take a timeout as well. We're back in just 30 seconds here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background-checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, where we have a 3-point game, 15-12 in favor of Edwardsville. I asked Coach Lee the last time I interviewed him, I said, do you think that the O'Fallon loss gave a blueprint for all the other teams to figure out how to beat Collinsville? He said, not really.
Darren's always a man of many words.
Isn't
That's
he?
what you like about him. When you do an interview with Darren, you might get a few answers like that. You realize you got to talk to him about 10 minutes longer just to have enough to go on.
I know. I like to get about a 5-minute interview on my pregame interviews, and with him, I'm usually at about 3.5.
Yeah.
I talked to him on the road at Alton, and I got in his wheelhouse. I said, explain to me what a boxing one is, and boy, he started talking, and it was that was a good interview. Missed on another 3-pointer.
He probably likes to talk strategy and talk about, concepts, I'm sure.
Referee shaking his head, no, that wasn't a travel. Knapsinger stopped suddenly, and now we're going to have a whistle, and now we're going to have a foul called away from the play, and it's going to go against Kadrian Jones, it looks like. And Jones will pick up his second. Oh, it's third. I missed one. Wow. Here is Weller on the inbound pass. Free throw line, takes the shot, falls. Weller now with 8 points on the night in Collinsville. Trailing again by 5. That's the second time they've trailed by 5 as Collinsville. Here is Smith, gets it to Granger, who gets it into KJ. KJ turns around, takes the shot, can't get it to fall. And there is Weller with the rebound for Edwardsville. We're down to 1:40 left to play here in this first half. Collinsville trailing 17-12. And Edwardsville looking to tack on and get themselves their biggest lead of the night. Here is Knapsinger. Knapsinger right at the end of the scorer's bench where Gelladini awaits to check back in at the next opportunity. Here is Weller.
Adrian's got to be really careful on this play.
Sure does. Over to Young. Young has it. Now in front of the Collinsville bench. 1:15 left to play, and here is Weller. Weller dribbles. Gives it up to Valentine. Valentine. Over to Knapsinger.
If I'm Edwardsville, I go inside and see if they could get that fourth foul on KJ and feed him somehow. Easy 2 points if he gets it in a good spot because KJ is not going to foul him, I don't think.
There is Weller. Yeah, somebody said that. Back to Waldo ball. Looks like Waldo ball. This is just a little bit more exciting than Waldo ball.
Yeah, well, this is Mike had some great teams, but this isn't a slow down offense. This isn't a
loose ball. Weller couldn't finish that shot. Collinsville comes up with it. And here come the Kahoks with 30 seconds left and a foul. That will belong to Ethan Young. That'll be his first.
That looked very similar to the first play, the first call that went against Rayshawn. Rayshawn, when he's driving to the hoop, he'll make contact with you, but if you're moving your feet, you're going to get the foul. He doesn't charge. He just makes contact.
So Jones goes out. And Ballinger follows him. Nate Hall and Laurent Gelladini check back in. Rayshawn will be the trigger man underneath of his basket. All the way out to Gelladini. 30 seconds left to play here in this first half. Collinsville trails by 5. Here's Smith. Smith. A little dipsy doodle, and that's going to fall short. Had the toe on the tape, so it only would have counted for a 2-point shot, but that was almost another 3-point air ball.
Yeah, I think the plan there was to milk the clock a little more. I don't know whether Kawan just lost track of time or whatever. Rayshawn was pointing up at the clock. Look what, we gave him another possession here. I think they wanted to hold, but down 5, you don't like to hold that much. Keep playing.
See if Edwardsville can do something here as we approach the final 10 seconds of this first half. Here is Gabe Jones, who's in the game for the first time, and he'll take a shot right off the bench, and he'll hit it. And a whistle with 0.7 seconds left. Not enough time for Collinsville to do anything except throw it in and heave it toward the basket if they can. Now a last-second whistle trying to get. I don't have him on my list. I know his name's Moore, and he's wearing 31. That's a good.
Hayden Moore.
Hayden Moore.
Hayden Moore, a junior.
Well, that is the end of one half of play. 19-12 in favor of Edwardsville. A 7-point lead for the Tigers. And Collinsville will have some work to do, but as we found out recently, Kahawks love to turn up the heat in the second half of games. But at any rate, that brings us into our halftime show, brought to you by Cafe Agape. Cafe Agape in Collinsville. Nachos, burgers, way too many sides to choose from, and a host of other wonderful menu items. Their St. Louis Road location is back up and running once again. And if you're interested in catering, well, all you got to do is give Cafe Agape a call. 345-CAFE, 345-2233. Halftime show comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they do catering. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses and delicious sides. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road, or check out the lunch buffet at the Columbus Plaza location on 157 in Collinsville. Call Cafe Agape at 345-CAFE, 345-2233. Yes, they still cater. Cafe Agape, that's some good eats.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call at 618-407-5466, online at pacedesignconstruct.com, or on Facebook at Pace Construction Design. Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they do catering. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses and delicious sides. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road, or check out the lunch buffet at the Columbus Plaza location on 157 in Collinsville. Call Cafe Agape at 345-CAFE, 345-2233. Yes, they still cater. Cafe Agape, that's some good eats.
And once again, welcome back into the Jennings Florist pregame show, or excuse me. Oh boy, we're just all over the place here. I'm trying to do too many things at once. That's my problem. I'm trying to bring up the ScoreStream app, and it's not cooperating with me very much. So welcome back into the Cafe Agape halftime show here on the Kahok Sports Network. It is halftime. Collinsville trails by 7 points. The Kahoks trailed by 3 after 1 quarter of play when it was 9-6. Kahoks got outscored in that second quarter 10-6, so that brings us to that 7-point lead. 19-12 is what the score is, with Edwardsville in the lead, and the league scorer in this one is Brennan Weller with 8 points for Edwardsville. After that, 3 points for Jack Knapsinger, and then a host of 2-pointers. Gabe James, Caleb Valentine, Jaleel Roundtree, and Nick Hemken all have 2 points for Edwardsville. For Collinsville, they have Rayshawn Taylor and Laurent Gelladini each with 4, and then you have Nate Hall and Kedrian Jones with 2 each. Rest of the numbers look like this. Collinsville is out rebounding Edwardsville 10-5. Kahoks have turned the ball over 8 times compared to 7 for Edwardsville. And from the lines, Collinsville 0 for 7 from the 3-point stripe, while Edwardsville is 1 of 2 from there. And from the free throw line, Collinsville has hit 2 of their 2. Those were on the technical foul against Dustin Battis by Rayshawn Taylor, and then a miss by Nick Hemken at the end of a 2-point play means that Edwardsville is 0 for 1 from the free throw line. That's where we stand as far as this game is concerned. Taking a look at the scoreboard right now in some girls varsity basketball action. Triad leading East St. Louis in the first quarter 16-11. Also a boys basketball game going on between O'Fallon and Muscuda. This is Muscuta's last non-conference matchup, and they are handling Muscuda quite well right now, 40-28. That score is at halftime. Another boys score for you, Belleville West against their crosstown rivals, the Belleville East Lancers. That's a 1-point game in the first quarter as the Maroons lead the Lancers by a score of 13-12. Girls varsity basketball from today. O'Fallon down to Granite City. So O'Fallon will be in the championship of that for a regional, as we have regional play getting underway here tomorrow, as Edwardsville will take on Pekin at 6 o'clock, and the 7:30 game has Collinsville taking on Belleville East. And that is a look at your scoreboard up to this date, and that's going to do it for this version of the Cafe Agape halftime show. Again, you have a business luncheon coming up or a big business meeting. You got a large group of people meeting for whatever the case may be. Well, catering, yep, they can handle that at Cafe Agape. All you have to do is give Ron McGee a call at 345-CAFE, 345-2233. Third quarter action will be coming your way in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they do catering. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses and delicious sides. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road, or check out the lunch buffet at the Columbus Plaza location on 157 in Collinsville. Call Cafe Agape at 345-CAFE, 345-2233. Yes, they still cater. Cafe Agape, that's some good eats. The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite.
Once again, welcome back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. I am Todd Duke alongside Dave Wilhelm, and we have Jens Zeladini on the camera for us tonight. We certainly thank him for helping us out here. Zach Roseman's a little under the weather. He's at home sick watching, so get better soon, Zach, and we'll see you on Friday. So, 19-12 after one half of play. Not really what we expected, is it?
Well, it's really not really a slow down game, but just not much offense. I mean, not much outside shooting by either team. Both teams have kind of been in the paint for their points, so it's just been a slugfest, I guess you could say, right? Not a whole lot of spectacular play, but good defense on both sides.
Collinsville will get the ball back to open up this third quarter as the Kahawks trail by 7, the biggest lead of the night for Edwardsville thus far. They had a couple of 5-point leads, but this is their biggest lead. Now, Collinsville trying to claw back into this one. Here is Taylor into the corner for Bollinger, who comes out to start. And a 3-point shot. That hits off of the rim. And the rebound belongs to the Edwardsville Tigers. They bring it up, and here is Roundtree. Roundtree into the corner for Weller. Drives baseline. No room there. Kicks it around to Young, who gives to Hempkin. Hempkin didn't have any room in the paint. Knapsinger gives it back to Hempkin. Lost ball. That one is going to go back to Collinsville, and much to the chagrin of the Edwardsville fans.
Yeah, both sides have had some times to complain tonight. Not much spacing there on that possession for Edwardsville. A lot of those passes were made hard with just 2 or 3 feet away. It's hard to have a handle to catch those.
Here is Kawan Smith bringing it up over on the left wing. Now works his way to the right side. Gives to Bollinger. Caleb gets the start here in this third quarter in place of Geladini. Here is a three-point shot by Caleb, and once again he misses. So 0 for 2 for Ballinger to start off with. Collinsville now 0 for 9 from beyond the three-point stripe. Here is Edwardsville, and Weller for 3, and that one rolls all the way around and won't fall in. And there is Jones with the rebound for Collinsville. Gives it up to Taylor. Rayshon moves all the way over into the corner on the left side. Now Ballinger with another three-point try. Finally, somebody in the white and purple hits a three-pointer, and it's Caleb Ballinger.
You know, it's just they got to keep shooting. They're not following, but they got to keep shooting. One or two of them will go in, and I'm sure Coach Lee was saying, hey, you guys, we're going to have to keep shooting. We can't score without shooting, so they're going to have to play with no fear.
Yeah, that was the problem in that O'Fallon game. They shot a lot, but they couldn't hit anything, and nothing would fall. Bounce pass into Weller just outside the paint. Turns around, takes the shot off the side of the backboard. And there is KJ with another rebound. Up to Kawan Smith. Into Nate Hall. Hall almost wanted to take a three. Gives it to Taylor. Taylor cuts through the lane, kicks it into the corner for Ballinger. Another three on the way. That one skips across the rim. And there's KJ with another rebound. He tries to put it back up, but a whistle will stop any further action.
Edwardsville basketball on the tie-up.
Jump ball called. Possession arrow in favor of the team wearing the orange.
Ethan Young is all over Rayshon Taylor everywhere Rayshon goes.
Rayshon's got a couple of inches on him, but that has nothing to do with the speed.
There's just no breathing room.
Here comes the aforementioned Ethan Young. Brings it in from the left wing. No one there to guard him, and he's going to get the bucket and the foul as well.
Big-time mismatch there. Kadrian got stuck guarding a guy a lot faster than him, and then guy got an angle on him, went in, and Kadrian fouled him. Three-point play opportunity for Edwardsville.
Fourth foul for Jones.
Big-time mismatch there.
Jones is going to head to the bench for probably the rest of this game, with the exception of maybe the last few minutes of the fourth quarter, as Granger comes in to take the place of Jones with his 4 fouls. And up to the free throw line, it is Ethan Young. And Young, on the year, a 62.6% free throw shooter. Good. Well, Kahawks find themselves once again down by 7. 5:45 left to play here in this third quarter. Here is Rayshon. Taylor trying to get rid of Young. Gives it over to Hall, who gives it back to Taylor. Taylor brings it back outside onto the wing, into the corner now for Smith. Smith comes out of the corner and to the top of the key. Over to the other wing where he gives to Ballinger. Ballinger over to Hall. Hall comes in, blocking foul. That one's going to go against Nick Hempkin, and that'll be his third.
Edwardsville will go to the bench.
Yeah, they're going to bring Gavin Reeves back in. It seems like every time they take Henkin out, they bring Reeves back in.
Big bodies, 2 big bodies. So
yeah.
I think Hempkin probably gives them a little more offense. This guy Reeves is more of a defensive.
Into the corner it goes for Rayshon. He'll try to drive baseline, and another charging call against Rayshon.
I'm not sure about that one. Again, we're so used to watching video. I'd love to see the video on that too. That almost looked like, I don't know. It just looked like there was an awfully hard fall for the amount of contact there was.
There's a ball that makes it into the corner for Knapsinger after it touched a couple of different hands. Now Young with it, almost swatted out of there by Rayshon, but Young bides his time and works his way around Rayshon Taylor, and for another 2 points. Now Coach Lee wants to call a timeout to kind of settle things down again, as Collinsville is down by 9 points, as we have 5:02 left to play here in this third quarter, and we're back in 30 seconds on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking to buy a new home or sell your current one? Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquis Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now. Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquis to help you find the perfect home or to help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at 618-780-4622 or visit them online at blaylockteam.com or on Facebook at the Blaylock Team.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke and Dave Wilhelm alongside. 5:02 left to play here in this third quarter, and this defense is giving Kahawks all kinds of fits.
Yeah, and Collinsville hasn't been able to come up with any kind of answer to get any kind of offense going.
Into the corner it goes for Ballinger. He bluffs the three this time. Collinsville is down by 9. Biggest lead of the night so far for Edwardsville. Taylor kicks it out to the top of the key for Hall. His shot goes off the left side of the rim and comes down. Granger with the rebound, puts it back, still won't go in, and the ball ends up out of bounds. Last touched by one of the Tigers players, and Collinsville will get the ball back, but right now Kahawks can't find a bucket from far away or up close. Inbound comes in from Taylor to Granger, and around the horn it goes to Ballinger on the left wing. Ballinger gives it up to Kawan Smith. Smith picks up his dribble, gives it up to Ballinger. Three-point shot, good!
That's been their best offensive weapon so far. 2 threes by Ballinger in this quarter.
We're going to need more of those, and if Ballinger keeps on hitting them, then they will end up putting a body on him. What happened?
They call the foul on Nate Hall on the rebound. The shot is good. I think Nate used his elbow to clear some space.
That's what happens when you're bending down, writing down things on your scorecard. Sometimes you miss things.
That's easy to do.
Yeah.
Boy, you could, even when you watch the game, sometimes you could miss some things. It's a fast-paced action.
Here's Valentine, gets it on the left wing to Nafziger. Nafziger out front now to Young, and then Weller lost the handle on that pass, but he stays with it and keeps with it. Now he drives baseline, and Granger wanted no part of that, but I believe Ballinger is going to get called for the foul before Granger even did that one, and who are they going to call it on? They're going to call it on Nate Hall.
Yep.
Nope, they're going to call it on Smith.
Okay.
That's his second. Fourth team foul. Tigers play some good disciplined ball, too. They only committed 5 fouls in the first half, and so far they just have 1 here in this one.
Yeah, they're not a fouling kind of team. That's for sure. For years, they haven't fouled much.
At the free throw line, Weller. And he misses on the first one, and Weller coming into this contest, a 62.2% free throw shooter. One more coming his way. And that one is good. (25-18). Collinsville down by 7 once again. Here is Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor gives it up to Hall at the free throw line. Nate Hall will just take the shot, rolls around the rim again. Man.
Can't finish inside.
Having a hard time getting anything to stay in that bucket down there. Here's Valentine. Valentine at the midcourt stripe. I can't believe this is just a 25-18 game, and we're over halfway through the third quarter. Low scoring affair. Here is Young. Young has been in charge of shadowing Rayshawn Taylor all night, and he's done a pretty good job. Rayshawn has that same task on the defensive side. Now back out to midcourt it goes to Valentine. Valentine trying to work his way around Ballinger. Does so with a bounce pass to Nafziger on the left wing. Now top of the key. Weller for 3. Good.
Big shot by Weller. Extends the lead to 10.
Boy, oh boy.
Edwardsville in a 2-3.
Here is Taylor into the corner now for Ballinger. Ballinger back to Taylor. Taylor dribbles with that left hand, and Valentine follows him all the way down, and then Taylor takes the shot, gets shoved backwards. No call there. Rebound belongs to Edwardsville. They bring it up. Here is Valentine. Valentine. Now all the way out at the midcourt stripe, trying to get around Taylor. Nothing doing. Bounce pass goes into Reams. Now back over to Young. Young almost lost control of the ball and turns around. No one there wearing the orange. He has to wait for everyone to catch back up, and Valentine ends up with the rock. 2:15 to play here in this third quarter. Collinsville trailing by 10. Here is Reams, and he'll do a little head fake, give it back to Valentine, and now a foul against Hall.
Collinsville's out of sorts. Edwardsville's playing a triangle and 2 defense and switching away from the man. And, boy, Collinsville's offense is just confounded by this.
Nate Hall with his second. That's the 5th team foul for Collinsville here in this quarter. And now Nate Hall is going to go out. Laurent Gelladini comes back in. Roundtree will come back in and take the place of Ethan Young. I'm sure that Ray Sean is like, thank you.
Yeah,
Ray Sean's not on. he's like, who is this kid?
Ray Sean's going to have to move his feet more, or they're going to have to curl him off some screens or something, some ball screens, anything to get him open. Right now he can't get open.
That one's going to go away from the play. They're going to call that one on Weller. He kind of put an elbow into the chest of Kawan Smith.
I mean, Collinsville's going to have to get going offensively, and it's going to have to be through its defense, it looks like. They need some runouts. Have they had a runout basket all night?
I don't
they
think
haven't
so.
had a layup all night.
That was against Caleb Valentine. My mistake, not Weller. Weller has not fouled here in this game. We're under 2 to go. Collinsville trails by 10. Here is Kawan Smith to Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor dribbles, baseline, shot, falls short. And once again, Taylor gets knocked on his butt. And again, no call. Rebound belongs to the Tigers. They bring it back up. Here is Weller, and Granger tries to block that one out of there. Got a piece of it. Now Taylor trying to race around, and off the glass. Count the bucket for 2, and Taylor will go to the line for a bonus.
Let's see if that can be a momentum build for the Kahoks. That was a nice play, open court play. Rayshawn gets one off the glass and in and gets fouled. So it's going to take some plays like that down the stretch. We only, 9 minutes to go in this game, 9.5 minutes to play.
Valentine gets called for his 2nd foul in a row. That is the 3rd foul here in the 3rd quarter for the Tigers. And back up to the free throw line, Rayshawn Taylor. He hit 2 of 2 in the first, coming on a technical foul against the Edwardsville head coach. Rayshawn misses. Rebound belongs to Edwardsville. Here is Young. Young from the scorer's bench over to the other side. Gives it up to Roundtree. Roundtree being watched by Smith. Bounce pass into Reams. Now back over this way for Young. Minute 15 to play here in this 3rd quarter. Here is Roundtree. Roundtree spins, dribbles into the perimeter, kicks it back out. Top of the key for Reams. Reams over to Weller. Weller with 1 minute to go here in this 3rd quarter. Collinsville trailing by 8. Underhand pass goes to Reams, who gives to Weller. Weller dribbles and gives it up all the way out toward midcourt to Valentine. This is Edwardsville taking valuable seconds off the clock here away from Collinsville as they keep everything just outside of the perimeter.
The only shot they'll take before that inside 5 seconds is going to be a layup.
Valentine acts like he was going to come in, pulls up, kicks it back out to Roundtree at midcourt. 30 seconds left in this 3rd quarter. And a bounce pass on a give and go, but not enough room to work, and then the ball gets stuck. Jump ball called, possession arrow in favor of Collinsville, so the Kahoks will get the ball back.
That was the only play they were going to. That was the only time they were going to try to score if they got an easy layup. That wasn't an easy layup, but it was a layup nonetheless. It was a layup attempt. They weren't going to shoot unless they got that opportunity on a back cut or something like that, and that's what happened. But nice block, and Collinsville with a chance to finish strong in the 3rd quarter.
Here comes Taylor across the line. 15 seconds left. Kahoks trail by 8. 10 seconds. Rayshawn tries to move in. Blocked out by Young. In the corner for Ballinger for 3. Skips across the rim. Granger with the rebound. To Smith. Smith hit, falls a little short, and the rebound volleyed, but there's the buzzer as the 3rd quarter comes to a close. And Collinsville trailing by 8 points with the score 28-20. We move to the 4th quarter, and we'll be back with that 4th quarter in just mere moments here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Everyone has those projects around the house that you just don't want to do. AW Outdoor Solutions can take care of that for you. Former Collinsville High School graduate Adam Welly owns AW Outdoor Solutions, and he and his crew can handle all of the dirty work around your home or business, whether that's tree trimming and maintenance, brush removal, power washing, gutter cleaning, and leaf raking and removal. AW Outdoor Solutions can handle that and much more. AW Outdoor Solutions is fully insured and offers free estimates on all of their work. AW Outdoor Solutions. Call Adam Welly at 314-252-8010 or on Facebook at AW Outdoor Solutions.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, I'm Todd Duke alongside Dave Wilhelm. 8-point lead belongs to Edwardsville as we have reached the fourth quarter, and it's do or die time for the Collinsville Kahawks. Kahawks have only led once in this game, and that was back in the first when it was 4-2.
I can't remember a time when they've scored more than 4 or 5 points in a row. Of course, they only have 20.
Yeah.
Hard to have any kind of run when you only have 20.
All right, here is Roundtree. He enters the offensive zone and watched by Ballinger. Ballinger lets that one bounce right underneath his hand. And then Hemken, who's out there with his 3 fouls, gives it up to Weller. Weller dribbles. And Kawan Smith providing the defense. Weller would be very content to just bounce it all around that outside perimeter. Ray Sean talking to the referee and wasn't paying attention.
Yep.
And Weller just comes right in and banks one off the glass on an easy layup.
Yeah, Collinsville just fell asleep defensively there. Ray Sean was just looking the wrong way, and Weller drove straight in on him.
Back to a 10-point lead for Edwardsville. Matches their biggest lead of the night. Here is Ballinger. He bluffs the 3 from in front of his own bench. One dribble, gives to Ray Sean. Taylor splits the defense and gives to Granger. And that was a nice little give and go.
That was really nice by Rashawn. Nice pass, a nice finish underneath for once. Not for once, but by any particular player. But no one's been able to convert there. Granger finishes.
Collinsville gets it back to within 8. Timeout on the floor. We'll step aside for just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipStLouis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
Todd Duke, Dave Wilhelm, Jens Zeladini, all with you here from Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Collinsville trails by 8. Not even a minute gone here in this fourth quarter. Edwardsville is going to get the ball as Young will inbound from underneath of the Kahawk basket. He'll do so to Weller at the end of the Kahawk bench, and Weller will give it right back to Young. Young brings the ball up court. Only defense back there is Rayshawn Taylor, and Young almost lost the ball. Bounce pass to Roundtree. Roundtree with his feet firmly planted in the logo. Brings it out. And just outside the lane, takes the shot off the glass, won't get it to go. Rebound belongs to Geladini, who gives it up to Kawan Smith. Smith will hand it off to Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor works his way in, over onto the right wing, and now a pass into the corner for Ballinger. Ballinger had a space over there to bring a Mack truck through, but decided not to take the three-point shot. Ballinger now bounces it just outside the lane to Granger. Back to Ballinger. Now he takes the 3. That one hits the front of the rim, and the rebound into Kawan Smith. Smith back out toward the top of the key. Dribbles and kicks it into the corner for Granger. Granger with that left-hand dribble. Brings it out and gives it over to Ballinger. Ballinger at the top of the key hands the ball off to Kawan Smith. Kawan Smith, by the way, held scoreless thus far in this game. And now he pulls up, takes a shot, can't get it to fall in. Granger with the rebound. He's fouled on the way up. But they're not going to call a foul, are they? They're just going to call it out of bounds.
Yep. So they're guarding in this triangle and 2 defense. They're guarding Kawan Smith and Rashawn Taylor. Everyone else is being zoned up. They're getting man coverage on those 2. And Collinsville doesn't look like it knows what to do against it.
There is Kawan Smith. Smith works his way into the paint, then comes back out over onto the left wing and over onto the right wing for Ballinger. Ballinger, top of the key, hands off to Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor into the corner, and now Ballinger brings it out, and we'll give it back to Rayshawn. Rayshawn into the paint, takes the shot, can't get it to fall, but he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, possible points with the clock stop. That might be a factor down the stretch for Collinsville, scoring with the clock stop, because it's not a whole lot of time left.
5:31 to be exact. Rayshawn back to the free throw line where he was perfect in the first half. 0 for 1 here in half number 2. And now he's back on track. Rayshawn with his 7th point tonight. So if you came in here expecting to see some history made, I'm thinking you're going to wait until Friday.
Yeah, let's say
at
go
the very
overtime.
least. Yeah, never can tell. Collinsville back to within 6. 5.5 to go here in this fourth quarter. Here is Weller. Collinsville putting on some pressure in the backcourt. They break it, does Weller, with a pass to Young. Young across the line to Roundtree. Roundtree in front of his bench. Brings it all the way back out to midcourt. Bounce pass onto the wing here on the left side for Nafsinger. Nafsinger picks up his dribble, gives to Young. Young at the free throw line. Weller turns around, takes the shot, can't get it to go. Hempkins there with the rebound, and he gives it back up to Weller. Weller with another shot. That one falls a little too short, and the rebound is pushed out of bounds. They're going to say by Collinsville, but I swear that Weller was the last one to touch that one. Kahoks trail by 6. Inbound pass comes into Hempkin, who gives to Roundtree. Over to Young. Young with a pass to Nafsinger. Nafsinger back out to Young. Young directs traffic out at midcourt. Gives to Weller. Now to Roundtree, being watched by Ballinger. And back to Weller it goes, and Weller will back his way up from the free throw line. Give to Hempkin. And Hempkin over to Young. Meanwhile, precious seconds are ticking off the clock here. That's been Edwardsville's MO for a long time.
Their forte, ball control offense right now.
Timeout called by Coach Battis and his Edwardsville Tigers. A 30-second timeout, so we'll be back in just that amount of time here on the Kahok Sports Network. The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune has now added Collinsville to their coverage area this year, including coverage of City Hall, happenings in Collinsville, as well as coverage of the Unit 10 schools and the Collinsville Kahawks, plus more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper that is published every Thursday and has been reporting news and sports in Madison County for over 30 years. Subscriptions are only $32 for an entire year, delivered to your home and the online edition. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at www.timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Troy Times-Tribune. Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, it is a 6-point game now. Collinsville still trailing. I understand that the Collinsville Middle School 8th grade boys basketball team lost their semifinal by 5 points, so they'll return Thursday to Wren Lake and play in the third place game. Still a pretty good season there for CMS. Here is Roundtree as we have 4 minutes and 10 seconds left to play here in this fourth quarter, and there is Nick Hempkin to give his team back an 8-point lead.
Easy layup, easy bucket.
Collinsville comes in, takes the shot, nothing doing, but we're going to have another free throw participant. And once again, it's going to be Rayshawn Taylor as Nafsinger picks up his second foul in a row. And Rayshawn just hit one of two previously when Nafsinger committed his other foul. And Rayshawn hits the front end.
It's weird, Todd. The game, it's only a 7-point game, but it feels like it's 17.
I know it does.
It feels like
just because of the ball control that Edwardsville has and their ability to keep the ball away and out of the hands of Rayshawn Taylor and company.
And Collinsville has not been able to get on any kind of momentum.
No, they haven't.
Any kind of run offensively.
Well, back to within 6 once again for Collinsville.
2-possession game.
4 minutes to play here in this fourth quarter. Now backcourt pressure being put on by the Kahawks, and here comes Valentine. He's bringing it across the line and almost zigzagged his way back across that line. Gives to Nafsinger. Nafsinger gives it up now for Weller. Weller dribbles and gets himself around Smith and then splits the defense while he's traveling.
He lost control of that on the wing there. They double-teamed him out on the wing, and then he just got out of control and led to that turnover.
KJ coming back in. Told you we wouldn't see him till there was just a few minutes left here in this fourth quarter, and with 3:38 to play, the big man comes back in to take the place of David Granger.
And, if he could get a post look, an easy layup, that'd be great, but I think they're going to have to rely on Rayshawn Taylor and maybe Bollinger to hit another three.
Ballinger gets the ball in the corner and brings it back out. Now a three from the wing, and that one rattles but won't fall. There's KJ, turns around. That was a very bad choice on taking that shot, and now a jump ball call. Collinsville will keep possession, but Kedrine had no control of his body during that moment, and he should have never shot that ball.
He's just out of whack there. He got the rebound. He was just not in position to go back up. He wasn't square to the hoop. Yeah, that's just.
Would have been better off dumping that ball off to someone and keeping that drive alive.
Absolutely, Todd.
It stays alive thanks to a jump ball and the possession arrow, and Collinsville gets it back, and here is Smith. Over to Rayshon. He'll pull up just outside the line, take a shot, skips over the rim. Gelladini there with the rebound. Turn around, put back. Still can't get it to fall. Man, oh man.
I don't know how many shots they've missed within 3 or 4 feet of the hoop.
We're down
6,
to
8,
yeah,
somewhere in there.
We're down to 3:10 left to play, and here comes Valentine, and now Rayshon's going to get called for his 4th foul.
Again, it's just a 6-point game, but it feels like a greater lead for Edwardsville.
3:06 left to play here in this 4th quarter. Collinsville trailing by 6. Inbound pass comes in from Valentine right at the end of his bench to Hempkin. Hempkin hands the ball back to where it came from, and Valentine works his way from one side of the court to the other. 3 minutes to go here in this 4th quarter. Now Roundtree. He'll continue to waste some time out at the midcourt stripe, and Edwardsville will do that. They've been doing a good job of that all night. Why get away from it? Here is Hempkin back to Roundtree. Roundtree over to Hempkin in front of the scorer's table. Bounce pass back to Roundtree, being watched by Ballinger. And then a fall down by Roundtree. No whistle on the play. Roundtree throws it around, and they take it all the way back out again. What did I say? There was 3 minutes to go when they crossed the timeline?
Yep, they're not gonna shoot fast, that's for sure. They're up 6, and they're very good at this part of the game.
They've just wasted 40 seconds. Now a 3-point shot from Knapsinger. That won't fall. And the rebound belongs to Kawan Smith. Smith works it up, and a whistle on the play. And we're going to have a foul coming up against Valentine.
Valentine got him.
His 3rd. Each team now with 6. So one more by each team, and we'll have free throw participants. Here's Ballinger. He'll inbound right in front of his head coach, Darren Lee. Does so to Kawan Smith. Smith with that right-hand deliberate dribble at the top of the key. Kawan into the paint. Kicks it back out into the corner for Ballinger. Now back out front to Smith. Collinsville with 2 minutes to go here in this 4th quarter.
Needs to be a little more sense of urgency here offensively. This is taking way too long.
I agree. Now Smith for 3. That one rattles and won't fall. Rebound. Kicked out to Ballinger. And now, oh, there is a foul by Caleb Valentine. That'll be his 4th. And it's 1-and-1 time.
Well, chance to cut it to 4 with 1:45 to play. Again, it seems like we'd say, what a close game, but it sure doesn't feel that way.
KJ comes back out. Granger comes back in. Rayshon Taylor at the free throw line with a 1-and-1 opportunity. Just hit 2 in a row there a second ago, and this one's good, so he'll get the bonus.
If you're Collinsville, you hope that you can put enough pressure on Edwardsville to make him, feel the pressure and maybe make a few uncustomary mistakes. Get within 4 or perhaps 2 and then see what happens.
Taylor trying to get his team back to within 4, and he does. And with 1:45 to play, Collinsville trails by 4, 32-28. Here is Roundtree, and he'll get those 2 points right back.
They beat the press there. They just went long. And
there's Kawan Smith, gives it up to Rayshon Taylor. Taylor dribbles, free throw line, takes the shot, no good, but he's going to go up for 2. And we're going to have a foul. This one's going to be on Ethan Young.
Ethan Young doesn't like the call, but he's been right with Rayshon all night. At that time, Rayshon does what he does. He can just draw contact and get to the line. He's going to have to do a lot of that in the final 129.
So Taylor with 2 more tries here. He's hit 4 in a row. Oh. Got to have those.
Yeah. It's a 3-possession game now, and chance to make it a 2 if he makes a free throw here, but he's got to make it.
Brought Valentine back in, thought he was taking the place of Young, and then Young got called back out, and they brought Roundtree to the bench.
I should say it's a 2-possession game now with 6 points, but
Rayshon hits the second one. And it's a 5-point contest with just 90 seconds to play here in this 4th quarter. Up to Young it goes. Rayshon trying to catch up. Now Young all the way back out at midcourt, and they'll waste time all day long if you'll let him. Somebody's going to have to foul.
Yep.
That's all there is to it now. As the ball makes its way back over to Valentine,
right
double
there.
teamed.
That's the guy you want.
Back over to Young. And with 1:05 to go, Geladini commits the foul. That's his first. 1-1 time now for Edwardsville. And up to the free throw line will be Ethan Young. He has made his only free throw shot here tonight at the end of a 2-point play. Geladini will go back out. Jones will come back in. Young at the free throw line. None of his teammates are on the line with him. They all want to play defense.
They might have enough points to win, so they better play defense.
No good on the shot. Rebound obviously belongs to Collinsville with no one down there wearing the orange. They get it across the line. Here is Rayshawn Taylor with 1 minute to go. Collinsville trailing by 5. Taylor for 3. Can't get it to fall. Rebound belongs to Edwardsville. Across the line it goes to Weller. Weller over on the left wing, now back out to the midcourt stripe, and now Nick Himkin. Ballinger fouls him, and they didn't even want to call it. Now Ballinger gets the call, and that'll pick up his first.
That time Rayshawn came off a nice ball screen on the top, and wide open look, just couldn't hit it. I mean, he joined the club, right? There's not many people who have hit anything tonight with 29 points.
Jaleel Roundtree steps up to the line for the first time tonight. Roundtree comes into this contest as a 58.1% free throw shooter. His team has a 5-point lead, and he's looking for more. No good. Rebound belongs to Collinsville.
They gotta go. They gotta go to the rim. And
Rayshawn takes it. Underhand roll. Can't get it to go. Rebound being volleyed for. Put back up. KJ gets it to fall in finally.
I think, Todd, that might be either their second finish in the lane.
Man, oh man, you ain't kidding.
I think Granger had one earlier.
Points in the paint are just hard to come by tonight here for Collinsville.
They've had opportunities. They haven't been able to sink them.
No, they have not.
You got to foul. You got to foul the worst shooter. They've got a few guys that can't shoot free throws. It looks like so. They've got to foul them immediately and get that ball back, and hopefully down, for Collinsville's point of view, only down 3 or 4.
Rayshawn with 12 points tonight. He was held to 16 the last time these two teams met, and it looks like Edwardsville has figured out a way to kind of temper the play of the Collinsville superstar.
Yeah, they got speed on the perimeter, and that's one thing. Rayshawn looks a little, to me, from seeing him earlier, he looks a little fatigued tonight. And maybe that's just no excuse or anything, but it's just the long season. He's been guarded tough. I don't know. He just not a lot of energy tonight. But still, it's a 3-point game.
Yeah. Just doesn't seem like it.
It sure doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like it at all. I mean, Collinsville is one shot away from tying this up after the free throws here. I'm assuming they're going to foul, but it just doesn't feel like a game in which they can tie with a 3.
Well, Edwardsville is not helping themselves out at all by sending all their guys back on defense when they have a guy shooting free throws, because they're just giving Collinsville a free rebound on the miss.
You're giving them a free possession on a miss. You want to contest for that rebound, maybe get the ball back and kill some more time. This is a big possession here.
Sure is.
Last time they raced down the floor and Collinsville wasn't ready, and they're going to try that again.
Oh, almost a turnover. Now a jump ball.
Edwardsville possession.
And Edwardsville has the possession arrow going in their direction. It only took about 3 seconds off the clock.
That's the right idea. Collinsville go for the steal, almost got it. They're going to be a timeout here for Coach Battis.
Yeah.
Didn't like that setup at all. They had a guy open down the court, but they're not going to. If they don't have a guy like Rayshawn Taylor who can hit the guy in stride, I don't know if I'd try that either.
60-second timeout on the floor. We'll just step aside for about half of that, and we're back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network. Sloan's Pub House in Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House is now into their 3rd year of operation on Main Street in Uptown Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House offers daily lunch and dinner specials that feature homemade pizza, burgers, sandwiches, salads, and more. Sloan's Pub House offers a great variety of craft libations for you adults, as well as a great brunch on Saturdays and Sundays. Sloan's Pub House, 119 West Main Street in Collinsville. Give them a call at 618-855-9100 or online at sloanspubhouse.com. Back here at Collinsville High School, 25.1 seconds left to play here in this fourth quarter. Kahawks trail by 3, 34-31, and Edwardsville is about ready to inbound underneath of the Collinsville basket once again. Kahawks showed signs of putting all kinds of backcourt pressure on that last possession and almost turned into a turnover, and we'll see if they want to keep that mindset.
Let's keep an eye on the Edwardsville runner, see if they try to go down court again.
Yeah, it looked like Roundtree was coming down here for a 50-yard pass.
One guy down.
Roundtree now is the inbounder, and he gets it into Weller, and a foul immediately off the bat.
Tough guy to foul, but I think he missed one earlier here, so.
That he did. Gelladini picks up his second, team 9th. So it is a 1-and-1 opportunity, but the next one is going to put a Tiger at the line for 2. Taylor checks back into the game quickly. Granger goes back to the bench. Weller at the line, and again, all of the guys wearing orange are in the backcourt. Weller 1 for 2, and he hits that one.
That's a big one.
It is. Makes it a 4-point game, and now a 2-possession contest. And now we'll swap out players once again as Nate Hall goes to the bench. Kadrian Jones back in. One more shot coming to Weller. Weller hits both. 5-point game. Here comes Rayshawn Taylor into the paint, takes the shot, can't get it to fall, but now Rayshawn's going to go back to the free throw line for a couple.
Got to make him, and then go for the turnover again, and then if you don't get it, foul real quick. That's not much else Collinsville can do, but just hope for a, hate to say a miracle, but something resembling a miracle.
They're trying to figure out who they give the foul to. That's going to give it to Hempkin. That's his 4th.
Yeah, I think the official who made the call almost got knocked over. He was trying to save his own skin. I think he lost track of it.
Taylor back at the free throw line, and he hits the first one. Every point in this game for Taylor has come from the free throw line except for 4 on 2 2-point field goals.
If you make this shot, you go for the steal and go for a 2-pointer. You don't need a 3.
And he makes both.
If you're open, shoot the 3, but if you can get a steal under the basket, go for a quick 2.
Back to a 3-point game, and this time Collinsville wants to call a timeout. We'll just keep it right here, though.
With 17.8 seconds to go, Todd, they have enough time if they can get the steal under the basket just to go for a layup and get the sure points and then foul. You don't need to make a 3 on this possession. 17.8 seconds left. You don't need to rush it.
With the firepower this team has and what we saw earlier in the year when they raced off to a 22-0 start, if you would have told me that Collinsville at any point this year to any team would have only had a 4-2 lead in the first quarter and that was it, they haven't let any more out, I would have said, nah, you must not be watching the same team.
Yeah, just hard to fathom. Again, it's the stuff that happens at this point in the season, I think, and you're a team that went 22-0 and you're getting the team's best effort every time. You got a target on your back when you're ranked 2 in the state. The dog days of the season are here. It's just this is the right time of year for upsets.
Yeah.
Very ripe. The teams that are like Collinsville can't get beat. Now, having said that, Edwardsville is a talented team. There are 20 wins coming into this.
Yeah.
19 on the court.
20-7, and they came in on a 10-game winning streak.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's not like Collinsville's getting beat by a team that's inferior.
Right.
They may be inferior overall. However, Edwardsville's capable of beating anybody.
All right, here we go. 17.8 seconds left. Edwardsville to inbound underneath of the Collinsville basket. Backcourt pressure being applied all over the place. Bounce pass comes into Weller, and Weller is fouled by Nate Hall.
That didn't work out like Collinsville wanted. They were looking for a steal there and didn't get it, and now Edwardsville's best player is going to the line. They got to squeeze as many possessions out of this 15.3 seconds as possible.
This time Weller is up there shooting 2. That was the 10th foul for Collinsville, so the only way we'll get the ball back in any quick fashion is if Weller misses both. He just made 2, did Weller, and that's 3.
Again, Collinsville is going to get the ball back. They just got to drive straight to the rim and try to get a 3-point play or get fouled at least and go to the line. And then you got to do the whole thing over again. You got to try to get a turnover. So they got to get a play on defense. They have to make a play on defense, or they're not going to win this game.
Well, with very little low-poist paint shots tonight, things have been hard to come by. They've had chances, but they just couldn't get them to fall in earlier.
Not converted.
Here's Weller's second. And he makes both.
We'll give it to Rayshawn and let him get to the rim. He just got to go.
Rayshawn just outside, takes it, can't get the fingertip roll, and the rebound belongs to Edwardsville, and the Tigers are going to hold on and win this game. It's going to go back to Collinsville. Kahok's trail by 5 with 4.9 seconds to go, and I don't think there's enough time in the world to score 2 baskets.
Nope. It's going to take, well, there are no words for what it's going to take.
38-33 our score. 5-point game with 4.9 seconds to go. Edwardsville Tigers student body cheering section over there is feeling it.
Yep, they feel it, and Collinsville fans feel it too. They're leaving, heading for the exits too.
Seems like a bunch of folks are leaving, wearing the purple and the white, and they'll try again on Friday. But
good to see you, Steve.
That means that the Kahawks and the O'Fallon Panthers are going to be squared by the end of this night, and there's going to be somebody else is going to have to step up and make a difference in this Southwestern Conference race, or the Kahawks and the O'Fallon Panthers are going to share that title.
I would say for Collinsville, you can make the argument this is the most disappointing loss of the year for them on their home floor, a rival game, chance to push towards that conference championship. Boy, just nothing offensively, Todd. Nothing to speak of.
Yeah, it's been tough sledding all night for the Kahawks. Looks like they've been playing uphill.
I mean, you look at Collinsville. There's really not one thing they did well tonight. Free throws, points in the paint, guard play.
Free throws probably okay. Definitely not 3-point shots. They've made 2 out of 14.
They got off to a horrible start in the 3-point line and never got better.
KJ inbounds, does so to Nate Hall. And Hall gets trapped in the backcourt, gives to Taylor at the buzzer. Good for 3, but
thanks one in
that's a little bit too late.
Oh, boy.
And the Edwardsville Tigers go on to win this game by a final score of 38-36. Tough loss for the Collinsville Kahawks, and everybody's going to complain about it, but the Kahawks are 25-3 on the year.
And, you're right. You still look at the big picture. It's disappointing for Collinsville, yes, but how apropos to hit a 3-pointer at the buzzer.
When you couldn't hit them all night.
When you couldn't hit them all night. And that just wasn't there. Yeah, you look at the big picture.
Thanks, sir.
And hope that they can get their legs back, get back to practice, get back to work, and, hey, 25, everything's still out there for them.
Well, time for us now to transition ourselves into the Chiropractic Works post-game show, brought to you by Dr. Chris McCluskey and his crew at Chiropractic Works. They are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center. That's just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. Give them a call at 343-3602 or online at chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Post-game show comes your way next on the Kahawk Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach. Whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues, we have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place World Champion Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com. The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org. All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Do we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200.
Something old can be something new again. The Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville proves that old adage right one more time. Derek and Whitney Reiser, along with brewmaster and distillery operator Torrin O'Brien, Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is not just a place to eat and drink, but more of a must-experience destination in the St. Louis area. With its Collinsville Herald newspaper feel, Old Herald Brewery and Distillery features a restaurant, a tap room, and of course a state-of-the-art one-of-a-kind distillery. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery can handle all of your group functions, as well with an event space that can handle you and 79 of your friends for any large gathering. And the food? Well, simply amazing, with local and new favorites, plus brunch on Sundays. How about bocce ball or bags on the patio? Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville. Give them a call at 855-8027. Online at oldheraldbrewing.com or on Facebook at Old Herald.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
back here. Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke along with you. Final score tonight, Collinsville drops their third game of the year, along with 25 wins. 38-36 was the final score as Edwardsville wins their 21st game of the year and their 11th game in a row as they came in on a 10-game winning streak. Collinsville now has a 7-2 conference mark, and Edwardsville improves their conference record to 5-4. Leading scorer in this one was Brennan Weller for Edwardsville. He had 18 points. He was the only Tiger in double digits. After that, it's pretty small pickings there. Ethan Young had 5, 4 points each for Nick Hemken and Jaleel Roundtree. 3 points for Jack Knapsinger, and then 2 points apiece for Caleb Valentine and Gabe James. For Collinsville, their leading scorer was 17 points, was Rayshawn Taylor, so he is now 5 points away from tying the all-time record here at Collinsville High School and 6 points away from breaking it. But I'm sure that's all backseat news right now. Ballinger came off the bench and had 6 points, so the second leading scorer behind Rayshawn Taylor was Caleb Ballinger, and he only played in the second half of the game, really. 4 apiece for Geladini and Jones, 2 apiece for Nate Hall and David Granger, as assistant head coach Eric Anderson joins us on the other microphone now. Coach, that was some tough sledding out there. I guess you got to give Edwardsville all the credit for that win.
Yeah, that was a tough one. They had a good game plan. We knew it was going to be tough. We told the guys we knew it was going to be triangle and 2 or box and 1. We prepared for it all week, but you can prepare all you want. Eventually, you're just going to have some guys step up, make some shots, and we're just we're struggling a little bit right now from the perimeter. So until we make shots, this is going to be the recipe against us, and we're going to see this a lot more.
Yeah, and that was a tough way to end it there. You struggled all night long hitting 3-point shots, and then you get one at the buzzer, but it wasn't enough.
Right, yeah. I mean, we only gave up 38 points, and we're in the locker room disappointed in our defense. I mean, they got some buckets that, we worked on some things, and they still beat us on it. So that was the disappointing part. Our kids played hard. We just got to figure out a way to get a few stops together in crucial times and to make a couple shots ourselves so we can ignite our offense a little bit.
So how are you going to work yourselves around this and try to figure this stuff out? You've got 3 games left in the regular season, and the O'Fallon loss and the Edwardsville loss is giving people a blueprint on what they need to do to beat Collinsville. So how are you going to take that blueprint and throw it away?
Well, and we can do a couple more things offensively. We may have to explore some lineup changes at times, and we're going to have to figure out a way to put some guys out there that are going to make some shots, because we can't afford to fall behind early in games. And some of these teams, they're going to be real patient against us, and before you know it, you're running out of time. So we need to get off to a little bit better starts in games. So we're going to watch some video and see what we can do to get better.
I saw you guys bring in Logan Carlisle off the bench early, and I imagine the design was to try to get a spark on the 3-point shot.
Yeah, and we got multiple guys struggling a little bit. They're all capable. They've shown that they can make them before. They've made them in practice. We just got to find some guys that are going to step up, and unfortunately, we can't put guys in and go 0 for 5. We don't have that much time. We got to find guys that can come in, make first or second shot, and so teams aren't going to stay in that box as long. We can spread people out a little bit. We need some floor spacers out there, and we're just kind of lacking that right now. Big credit to number 2 for Edwardsville out there, Ethan Young, man. He stuck with Rayshawn all night. Yeah, that triangle and 2, and they've played that in the past. We knew it was going to be tough, and they're in your face the whole time. Skeet was guarded close all night. They did a nice job. I think they held him scoreless.
Yeah, they did.
And he just didn't get many opportunities, and we weren't patient enough like we practiced. I wish people could come watch our practice and see how patient we are, and then in the games we don't do what we practice sometimes, and that's what we got to work on. And these guys, and defensively, we're not making teams cough it up like we did early in the year. They're not just throwing us the ball. They're doing a much better job taking care of the ball this late in the year. They've kind of figured some things out, and it's making it tough on us. So if we're not getting the turnovers, we're not getting runouts, we're having to play half-court offense, and if we're not making shots, that's awfully tough to do.
Yeah, and you knew that Edwardsville's got that tough defense, man. They came in only allowing 37 points a game for the other team. So
yeah, and part of that is how patient they are on offense.
Yeah, they are.
They really slow the game down, and they want to limit the amount of possessions. And to their credit, and that's a good game plan. I mean, why not do that to us if, we're supposedly the more talented team, and if you want to have a chance, you're going to have to limit possessions. So give them credit.
Well, you got some work to do between now and Friday when you guys hit the road and take on Belleville West. So what are we going to work on?
Well, we reminded the guys in the locker room we're still in first place in the conference.
Yes.
I know it's shared at the moment, but we're still in first place. We're still have games to play. We can still accomplish our goals, what we want to get done in the postseason. So there's no need to hit the panic button. We're just going to have work on getting some more shots up in practice. Some of these guys a lot of it's just confidence.
Yeah.
If they could see their first shot go down, it's much different. But they missed that first one, and then another guy misses his first one. And sometimes shooting's contagious, one way or the other. And we got to figure out how to swing it in the right direction here.
Yeah, and this is the dynamic of this team, though. You guys, got out to that 22-0 start, and you were just gangbusters over everybody. And then when you lose a game like this, people are like, "Oh my God, what's wrong with our Kahoks?" And you got to look down and you go, "But they're 25-3."
Right. Yeah, that's what I said. There's no need to hit the panic button. We're still an awfully good team, and I don't think anyone's excited to play us in the postseason. So we got some things going for us, but we can definitely improve in some areas defensively. That I think when we watch some film, we're going to show some guys what we're talking about. And, lunging, getting out of positions, getting impatient on the defensive end, going for steals and getting out of position, getting beat to the basket, and then we have to rotate to help. And teams are getting – tonight we had some guys breakdowns. Guys got some, last-second dishes for layups. I mean, that's something that they shouldn't have got against us, that we feel. So if we keep our guys in front of us a little bit better, do a better job of that, I think teams will have even a tougher time scoring.
Points in the paint were just very hard to come by tonight.
Yeah, they clog it up. They got 3 guys down there in the triangle. I mean, just letting us shoot.
Yeah.
I mean, wide open shots. And that's not a recipe to use all season necessarily, but it can get you a game here and there. But, next time someone does it to us, we may be on fire, and then you look silly running it. So it's a gamble that teams aren't going to make shots. And if we would have, they may have got out of it, and then it would have been a little bit easier for us to score. So hopefully, told those guys we may get another shot at the Tigers in the postseason. We'll see.
You just might. All right, your JV team clawed back. You guys were down by 9 at the end of 3, and I looked up and you got it back to within 2, but then they kind of poured it on.
Yeah, that's a little bit of the life of the JV level. Just we have different lineups in at different times, and obviously we want to win, but it's also about developing players. And sometimes I want to see certain groups out there. The players, certain 5 out there tonight. We didn't have. Chambers was gone. He's sick. We're hoping he gets better soon, and he's a big part of what we do, and he's a rim protector. He erases some shots, and he's a big rebounder for us. So it was certainly hurting missing him, and if we had him, it could have been different. But, I thought they played hard, and we got ourselves back in it. We were on the verge of getting blown out, and to our guys' credit, they didn't give up. They kept playing hard and got back in it, and even gave ourselves a chance at the end a little bit, late in the 4th, but I think we just ran out of gas just a little bit. So we got to get off to a little bit better start in games.
All right. Thanks for the visit, sir. We'll see you Friday night at Belleville West.
All right, Todd. Thanks.
Thank you. That is Eric Anderson, your assistant head coach for the varsity side and the head man on the junior varsity side, as Collinsville drops this one tonight by a score of 38-36. We'll continue looking at the numbers for you. Rebound battle was won by Collinsville 19-15. Kahoks turned the ball over 9 times. Edwardsville turned the ball over 10 times. From the three-point line, then we talked about that. That hurt Collinsville. They hit 3 of 15, and that last one came on the last shot of the game by Rayshawn Taylor. While Edwardsville, they didn't have much luck either. They only hit 2 of 6 from the three-point line. From the free throw line, Collinsville hit 10 of 13, while Edwardsville hit 6 of 10. And that is a look at your final numbers here in this one. So we continue our very busy week here on the Kahok Sports Network. We're right back here in this gymnasium tomorrow night. It is the beginning of the Collinsville Regionals for your girls basketball team as the Class 4A Regional gets underway. Edwardsville will take on Pekin at 6 o'clock. We do not have that game for you. We will have the next game as Collinsville will play host to Belleville East with a chance to move on to Friday night's championship game. So, until tomorrow, my name is Todd Duke. A big thank you to the younger Gelladini for filling in on the camera for us while Zach Roseman was sick. Big thank you to Dave Wilhelm joining us during the contest as our color commentator. And, of course, thank you to Keidrian Jones, who took his time out and gave us 5 minutes of his time in the pregame interview, and Coach Anderson just joining us in the postgame show. So until tomorrow, at about the same time, 7:10, 7:15, somewhere around there, my name is Todd Duke. Everyone have yourselves a fantastic rest of your evening.